Hi friends, it's Mari. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I have a layout for the Vicki Boutin design team today using the gorgeous Color Study collection. I am going to be using these two 4.5 by 3 photos here that you see printed in black and white. And I'm going to also be using a strip of the gorgeous journal paper, and I am going to use the A side of this paper as a horizontal strip through my layout behind my photos. I am going to cut this in a 2.5 by 8.5 strip here, and I'm just going to really take my time here with my trimmer and make sure that I get this straight. I do not want this to be crooked in any way because this layout is actually going to be pretty linear, and I actually used a page maps sketch for this project. I always really love to do that when I'm a little bit strapped for time, and I've been really busy lately. We spent this weekend moving our son. We just actually had a really busy couple of weeks here, and so I really wanted to rely on that sketch to help me speed this process up, and that is something that I definitely recommend when you want to get creative but you don't have a ton of time and you're on kind of like a timeline. I do find that a sketch is just a really great way to help you with speeding things up. At this point, I'm just kind of using the sketch to help me decide where I want to place things on this project. And you can just see that I'm just going to work on that. I've got my strip, my horizontal strip all trimmed out now. And I've also got a piece of the Array of Colors pattern paper trimmed out as well. Now I've got 2 square pieces of that paper trimmed as blocks of paper that are going to go behind my photographs. And as I said before, this is all based on a page map sketch. So I just want to move things up a little bit on the layout, and I don't want to start working too low on the layout. I want to make sure that that horizontal strip is up sort of in the top half portion of my 8.5 by 11 paper. And then I am going to start to place those blocks of the Array of Color paper on top of that. So I am just going to quickly grab the measurements of that Array of Color paper and let you know the size that I cut. So the paper that I'm going to use my border punch on, I cut that at 4 by 5.5. So the one that has the rainbow stripes up is 4 by 5.5. And the piece underneath it that has the teal dot on it is 5.5 by 5. So those 2 pattern papers are going to be layered kind of offset, one on top of the other. The bottom piece here that I'm layering down first is just going to be flat to my paper, and then I'm going to pop that other piece up on a little bit of foam adhesive. So there you can just see I'm going to lay that down. I've just left about an inch at the top above the horizontal strip, and then the rest obviously below that. And I'm just erasing the little pencil marks that I had on my paper just to help me place that where I wanted it. And at this point I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, I want to make sure that I pop that up. Now the top portion of that paper I did punch with a notebook border punch. I've had that in my stash for a really long time, and I'm just going to go ahead and get that adhered down to the page with my adhesive here. And again, like I said, offsetting, just making sure that this is a little bit above and over to the side of that other pattern paper, and totally relying on the sketch to help me place these, and also thinking about the size of the photos. The size of the photos is slightly different than was suggested in the page map sketch, just because of the way that everything sort of worked out with the photos. I had to make them a little bit skinnier and taller than was suggested in the sketch, but it worked out just fine. And definitely when you're working with a sketch, you can totally change it and manipulate it to work out with whatever products that you have or your photo sizes and that kind of thing. So that's definitely what I did. Now I also went through all of my die cut pieces and I picked out some pieces that I thought would work really well with this project. I really loved the florals of the journal paper, and I wanted to work some more of the die cuts in that are the florals as well. I thought about using butterflies on this project, but I don't end up using them in the end, but I definitely thought about that. I tried to place them onto the layout in a couple of different places here. I don't end up using them. I will obviously save those for another project. They're so beautiful though. I really love those vellum ones with the foiling. I think they're so pretty. And I always love Vicki's die cuts. Her die cut packs are always so amazing, and you get so many pieces in them. They're definitely a must have if you're purchasing parts of the collection. Of course, you know, I would recommend all of it. Buy all the things because it's just gorgeous. It's such a beautiful collection. So again, here you can just see I'm persistently trying out those butterflies, but just didn't feel like I wanted to use those on this particular layout. This paper here is the line drawing paper, and I'm going to be using that really beautiful kind of like a royal blue purple tone to behind my layout here, just to kind of mat it and just give it a really nice border around that white edge of the paper. So I've cut my paper down slightly. I guess it's a little bit smaller than 8.5 by 11. And I am going to just go ahead and adhere this onto that beautiful royal blue paper. I must have been card making. I'm not really sure why I decided to work on my grid mat. I think I just got creating and forgot to move it off my desk. I usually just use my white desk for working on when I'm scrapbooking, and then my black grid mat when I'm card making. But anyways, that's just what was on my desk, I guess. I really wanted to use this sticker from the cardstock sticker sheet for my title, Make Today Awesome. I thought that was super cute for these photos. I'm going to pop that up on a little bit of foam adhesive, and there's just a really logical spot for that sticker right where those two photos meet in that little corner, that little niche. That's just a perfect little niche for an element like a title. In fact, the sketch did recommend a title in that area, and I didn't want to use stickers. I just thought it would be really cute to use this sticker in that spot. Now I'm also going to use another sticker. This one says my favorite, and I'm going to pop it up on some foam adhesive and put it to the side of that lower photo. I think that's just going to look really cute. I love these two photographs. Super, super sweet. And I am going to just go ahead and stick this in with my tweezers, get that into place. And I just wanted to pop that up on some foam so that it's at about the same height as the photograph, which is also popped up on some foam as well. So I'm going to get that in place, and I just also wanted to use another one of the cardstock stickers. This one says Happy Day, and I just really love that green. The green that's in the Color Study collection is just so pretty and bright. It's beautiful. It's kind of like a lime green, that type of a shade. It's really, really pretty. I love it. It's so happy, and I love that little sticker. I think that's just a really great spot for it. And now at this point, I'm just kind of looking through thinking about the other stickers that I have, what else I could add. And I always love on Vicki's puffy sticker sheets, all of the little bits that she includes. She literally fills every space on these sheets. So you get so much for your money on these sheets. It's just amazing. And so I love these because they're almost kind of like enamel dots, but I think better because they're matte, which I love. And I'm going to put a couple of little dots and then a heart up in that top area, and then I'll put a few little dots in diagonally across from that in the lower area. So you'll just see me there adding that on, and just going to go back to that sheet and pick out a few more. So fun. I just love this part of the process, looking through all of the bits, all of the stickers, the sticker book. There's so many fun elements to the Color Study collection, as always with Vicki's collections. So many beautiful pieces, and I love that little rainbow, that little puffy rainbow that's on the puffy sticker sheet. I think it's so cute, and definitely going to be using that on a layout soon. So many fun little elements here. And so I'm just going to finish up with a third little dot in that area. And then I was looking at it and I'm thinking, I really want to use some of these puffy hearts as well. And so I'm going to use a couple of the puffy outline hearts that are gold in the center of the two larger florals. So you can see I've got one stuck down there already, and I'm just going to take and stick down this second one. get that all good to go. And I wanted to finish off my project by adding some Heidi Swap Gold Color Shine splatters in a few different little areas. What I like to do is I like to cover my photos up. I don't like to just leave them. I don't want to get the color shine on the photographs. So I will just take some, you get the little advertising cards when you order from scrapbook.com or Simon Says Stamp, or like a lot of the companies do that. And I like to save those and use those to cover up my photos when I'm doing this type of splattering here. So you'll just see me grab a smaller brush here. This is one of the paintbrushes that was in the original Vicki Boutin paintbrush collection. These ones are pretty ratched. I've really kind of destroyed them, and it's totally my fault. I've, left them in water and all kinds of stuff that you shouldn't do, but they still work. They still work really well, so I still love to use them. So here I am just splattering away. And I'm just going to finish off with my gold color shine, and my layout's going to be finished. So this came together super fast. Again, I will highly recommend using a sketch if you are in a tight time squeeze. It's a great way to finish up a layout, and I love how this turned out. It's super cute. You could totally adapt this to a 12 by 12 as well, and it would work out just fine. So thank you so much for stopping by today. Make sure you check out Vicki's blog. Make sure that you check out her Facebook community. I will leave links to all of those things in the description box below, as well as the products I used. Thank you. Bye-bye.